Hi guys, it's me, the Witch of Boise, here to do another pick a card reading. Today's reading is going to be about Taurus season. Woo! So Taurus season starts April 20th and it runs through May 21st. So we're going to see what kind of energy is going to be with Taurus. Taurus energy is earth energy. It's very kind of slow moving. It's very stable. It's very grounded. But it's very also like practical and everything. So I'm very excited. It is also Taurus is ruled by Venus. So there might be some love happening. All right. So before I get started, make sure that you do like this video and hit subscribe. Also, these are general readings, so if they resonate with you, yes, I'm super stoked! But if they don't resonate with you, well, I'm sorry. Also, if there is any sort of love reading, I do default, like I am reading to a female about a male, so pronouns are interchangeable, so he's gonna be she, she's gonna be he's, he, she, whatever's going on in your life, so let's get started! We have number 1, which is Boji stones, and it's balance. Very cool. Number 2 is rose quartz, which is inner child. Awesome. And then you have selenite, which is spiritual awakening. Ooh. So 1, 2, 3. Pick a cad and a cad. We're going to start with number 1. That is our Boji stones. So the energy that you're going to be getting over the Taurus season is swan energy, which is grace. Very cool. So you're going to be totally feeling that graceful energy. Think Audrey Hepburn. She was a Taurus. Don't quote me on it, but I'm pretty sure she was. All right. So you got sun. You got Ace of Pentacles. You got Karma, which is also Judgment. 4 of Swords. 6 of Cups. The Tower. And the Star. So really cool energy already. So it feels like there is going to be a little bit of a resting period, but you are super protected because you have the sun energy. The sun energy is so positive. It feels like, yeah, you do have the tower that's in it, but I do feel like there's going to be a life-changing moment. So this doesn't mean that it's going to be something bad. People see the tower because of the imagery, it's terrifying. But it is not. I feel like this is just going to be something that is going to change your life forever. It does not necessarily mean it's bad. This can be also, if you're single, someone coming into your life or someone from the past, maybe not even a romantic. Maybe it was a friend that you haven't been around for a while and they come into your life and whatnot. So there's going to be something that is going to be changing your course of what you're doing. But you also have this really positive card as well, which is the Star. And with Karma, I mean, the biggest thing, and you should always do this, not just Taurus season, but think of karma. How would you like to be treated? And that's what's going to get back to you in a karmic sense. So you give what you get, and you get what you give. So you just want to be looking for those, and I think a lot of that return is going to happen during this Taurus time. And then you have the Ace of Pentacles, and Ace of Pentacles is like a feminine energy. It is as well like a start of money coming in. So that is very exciting. Okay, so you got the 6th house, routine, Jupiter, abundance, Venus, love, Cancer, I feel, Aries, I am, Moon, soul, Gemini, I think, Mercury retrograde, reinvention, and lunar eclipse, which is change. And I do feel like there is stuff that is changing. You have that tower energy. The tower energy is a change. And that's a reinvention. It's a reinvention, a shift of what's going on into your life. Now, you have Venus, which is love. So there could be that love that is coming and whatnot. But also keep in mind that this is going to be, Venus is the ruler of Taurus. So it's really honing in on that Taurus energy. And you have that abundance, abundance with, you need to like be manifesting things. And I think like with that karma card, they are going to be coming back to you. With sixth house and routine, that's a Taurus thing. Taurus is very much stuck in their ways. It's very hard for a Taurus to change their mind, because once they made it, they will not drift from it. So, they have to do it themselves. I know this because I am a Taurus. So there is that routine. So keep in mind that the Cancer, Aries, and Gemini, this can be that romantic partner that is coming into your life. This can also be friends. But this can also be zodiac from your personal zodiac chart. So like your moon sign, Mercury sign, sun sign, etc. So I would suggest looking at your zodiac chart to see if any of those resonate. And that's Cancer, Aries, and Gemini. And that's what is going to amplify during this time. Moon and soul, that is definitely like you are doing some soul work. There's going to be some soul action that is going on in Taurus. So that is so cool. Okay, so then you have share, which is you share when you share, everyone feels happy. So I think it's just sharing your soul with others, and especially with this kind of love energy and this change. Don't be afraid to ask for some help, and, hang out with some friends, especially with change that is going to be happening. You want to share your feelings. Okay, so wolf instinct, DNA, karma, creepy, got the karma card, ancestors, generations, and rainbow blessing. So this is going to be a really cool time. You have that blessing that is going to be really cool. I think it's just reiterating to like trust your instincts, especially when this person about Six of Cups is coming back into your life. You need to trust your instincts. If it doesn't feel right, then it's not right. Don't just ignore the red flags because you miss this person. Make sure that you listen to your body and listen to your intuition. You have the karma, which goes back to that. I do feel like karma is going to be coming and giving you what you've been giving out. So that doesn't necessarily mean that's good, doesn't necessarily mean that's bad. So whatever you've been giving, if you've been a really shitty person lately, that's what's going to happen. So that's why you shouldn't be a shitty person. I know you have bad days, but don't continue it. And then the ancestors' generations. I feel like you're diving into that soul, that whole soul energy, that soul work. And I feel like you might be going and doing some genealogy, or you might be discovering certain parts of your soul and doing like that soul work and making it blossom and bloom. Okay, you got Guinevere, which is true love. The romantic stirrings in your heart have propelled the universe to deliver great love to you. Ooh, so cool. Then you have Siege, and that is quiet time. Take some quiet time alone to rest, meditate, and contemplate. Now, I kind of skimmed over this card, but we had the Four of Swords, and Four of Swords is a resting energy. So it's definitely corresponding with that quiet time. And then you have Abundantina, which is prosperity. The universe is pouring its abundance out to you. Be open to receiving. Very cool. That does correlate with a lot of these cards, and that there's going to be stuff that is coming, and I do feel like it is going to be money with that Ace of Pentacles. And you have that Jupiter energy as well, which is abundance. Okay, so then you have soul retrieval. Isis, healing goddess, now offers you spiritual restoration and deep soul healing through the art of soul retrieval, reclaiming pieces of you lost through trauma, old and new. Soon you will enjoy greater wellness, energy, and power, so be willing to go through the healing process, knowing that any emotional clearing taking place is leading you to wholeness. Very cool. This totally reminds me of that ancestors and the generations, as well as that as well as that star card. So cool. You also got the healing the divine masculine. The divine masculine within provides protection, discernment, healing, and a sense of deep safety and holding, even through the most uncomfortable circumstances of life. Your inner masculine is going through healing right now, growing stronger in the ability to offer you inner protection and stability so that your inner feminine can blossom with creative expression. So cool. So this actually reminds me of the Boji stones, because these are actually, this one is a feminine, this one is a masculine stone. So the feminine stones are that smooth stone and the masculine are rough. So it is that balancing act between it. So it feels like you have been catering more to your feminine side. It's now time to shift it and go into that masculine side. So you have the dance of the butterfly queen, and that is pure heart and sincere love and making the impossible possible. And you need to be open to receive her gift. Very cool. So that's another thing that keeps kind of repeating itself, is opening to receiving, because of this karmic shift and this prosperity and abundance that is happening. Then you also got the sweeping sister willow, it is bringing you healing for forgiveness and the release of old pain. So very cool. That is also another healing card. So that is that star energy that is really starting to heal up, and there's a really, really cool energy. So I did a love card just in case you were curious. If you wanted it, I know that some of the viewers don't really enjoy the love cards. I don't know. So I just did one one just came out, and it came out to wedding, and that this situation involves marriage. So that could be that person that is coming back. That could be someone that you might marry in the future. This can also be that marriage season is going to be starting up soon. You might be going to a wedding during Taurus season. So just whatever resonates with you. All right, guys, well, give that a thumbs up and hit subscribe. We are on to number 2. Number 2 is rose quartz. So let's see what the energy you have for the Taurus season. Rose quartz pickers. So before we go too, the rose quartz is the inner child. And so I also read in the Crystal Bible that this is also the unconditional love and infinite peace stone. So this is such a cool card. And if you're also curious of why I picked these stones, that is why. The Crystal Bible. So I forgot to mention that at the beginning of the video. So anyways, you got the hummingbird energy, which that is joy. And then you got bat energy, which is rebirth. So that is such a cool combination. So you are coming back from something pretty devastating, and you're coming back with this joyful energy. Very cool. So we got the Fool. I mean, if that's not rebirth, I don't know what is. So the Fool is the beginning of the Fool's journey. That is the 0 card. That is the beginning. So that rebirth, it's spooky. Then you have 9 of Pentacles. You have Queen of Wands. You have 5 of Cups. You have 4 of Cups. You have 2 of Pentacles. And you have King of Pentacles. Okay. So right off the bat, I feel like, yeah, you were on this like rebirth, this renewal, and you're doing that Fool's journey, and you're really feeling your oats. You're feeling it. You have that 9 of Pentacles energy, which is really abundance. And that's cued with that Queen of Wands energy, which is passion and fiery. But I think you're looking back at what it was, what used to be, and you're kind of getting a funk with it. And, you know, anytime you start something new, it is very much, I totally understand it, and this could be a Taurus thing, but is that it's like you chose a path and then you're like, oh, I don't know if this is right. And so it's kind of getting in that funk of like, I don't know if I chose right. This seems like a lot of work. I should have just did what I was doing beforehand. But I think that these are going to pass, but they will be happening on and off during Taurus season. And then the Two of Pentacles is like, you are going to be busy as well. And I think that's going to be also issuing this like funk, like I wasn't ever this busy before. But you're going to be juggling a lot of stuff. And then you have the King of Pentacles, and that can be someone that is coming into your life, or this can be something that your finances are going to be awesome, which that's another Taurus quality. Okay, so then you have the Grand Cross, which is Provoker. The 5th house, which is creativity. The Sagittarius, I can see, or I see. I can see. It's I see. And Libra, I balance. Okay, and then Pisces, I believe. 11th house, friends. So with this, there's a lot of like correlating cards. So you have the creativity card, the 5th house, and that's really going with that Queen of Wands energy. That's that really fiery, passionate creativity energy. And then also with the Libra, I balance, that is that 2 of Pentacles. That is balancing things and making sure that you are juggling stuff. So I do feel like what this is trying to say is that you need to be the provoker into being around people, specifically the 11th house friends. So I don't know in your friend group if you have Sagittarius, Libra, Pisces, but they might need your help or want you to hang out with them. They might need your presence to help them through maybe a hard time or whatnot. So I would suggest reaching out to people and starting to hang out with them during this Taurus season. I do feel like you need to be the one that initiates it, and that you need to actually reach out and hang out with them because they need you. Okay, then you have believe in yourself and see yourself doing well, and you will. And then you have true, which is, yes, what you're asking for about is the truth. Okay, and then you have rain purification, waterfall effortless, whale breach, Gaia, which is nurturing. So it feels like right now it's your with the purification, with the rain, that's like purifying yourself from the past. So when you start to feel those funks happen, that 5 of Cups and 4 of Cups, and you're just like, oh, you need to remember that rain. Just let it rain off of you and just be like, you know what? No, we're not going to be doing that. And then effortless is make it seem, once you enjoy what you're doing, it seems like it's effortless. And the thing is you're on this really cool path, and your joy, your happiness, and all of this stuff is seeming really effortless. And it's because you've worked hard for it. And so now you're kind of in the motions of this juggling act where, yeah, it's doing it, and you have a really good rhythm of it, and you're really going to find it. If you don't think of it now, you're really going to find it during this Taurus season. And then with breach, I think that is also with that rebirth too. That kind of thought where you've been underwater and now you're breaching up. It's like a new sight to see, a new, it's just like a new environment in a way. So you want to just be able to get out of your comfort zone as well. And then Gaia for nurturing, and I do think that is really like a self-care thing. So don't forget that, yeah, you want to hang out with your friends and whatnot, but make sure that you do have self-care for yourself. All right, so then we have Athena, which is inner wisdom. You know what to do. Trust your inner wisdom and take appropriate action without delay. Oh my gosh. Then you have Coventina, which is purification. And that's with that rain energy. It's time for cleansing, detoxification of your body and mind. So it's getting all of that funk. Whatever happened in the past, whatever you're rebirthed from, it's gone. So you need to purify yourself. And then green Tara, which is start delegating. Ask others, including me, to help you instead of trying to do everything yourself. So I think that is also going with that friends. So if you're in a hard time or your friends are in a hard time, it's time to start reaching out and connecting with your friends. Okay, so then we have the ancient power ancient power mysteries, and the oracle guides you to honor the power of your voice, whether through spoken or sung words, or through what you write, speak about, or stand for symbolically. You have a potentially very powerful healing voice, and you are guided to recognize the responsibility that you have for what you proclaim through your voice. Very cool. And then you have the enter the chamber of healing. The spiritual gift of healing is coming to you now. Be open without expectation or preconceived notions, and allow the healing energy to help you find the best solution for any situation that does not appear to be as it should be. Expect your miracle. Very cool. Okay. And so then you got the Mother of Mercy, and that is your Mother Mercy. That is your growing spiritual power needs to be expressed with the awareness that will have an effect on others, even if you're not aware of it. So again, that's being connected with others and your friends. Then you have Mother Fierce, and this is your guardian. Your safety is assured. And so no matter what challenge, threat, obstacle, or even how insecure you are, she is protecting you during this time. So cool. That is awesome. Okay, and so then I did a love card just in case you were curious. And you got stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Very cool. I do feel like with you guys, you are in a really joyful time during Taurus season, and it's time to really live in that joyful time. And yeah, I think you're going to have a really good Taurus season. All right, guys, we're on to number 3. So you have Selenite, which is spiritual awakening. And with Selenite, it's spiritual awakening, and it's also protection and clarity. And that is from the Crystal Bible. Okay, so your energy is Whale, and that's record keeping. And then you also have Antelope, which is action. So it's taking its fast action, and it's also record keeping, which is like bookkeeping. This can be journaling, things like that. Okay, so we got the High Priestess, 6 of Pentacles, 3 of Wands, 6 of Swords, Justice, Queen of Swords, King of Cups. And so what this is telling me is that you are really listening and really embodying that High Priestess energy. You are giving and receiving. And there feels like there was a waiting energy, but now you're moving on. And justice will be served. Justice is with you at this moment. And so it's also balancing as well. And then you have the Queen of Swords, and Queen of Swords is kind of cut to the chase. That is also an air sign. So if you are a Libra, Aquarius, or a Gemini, this could be you. But for me, I feel a lot of the energy is just kind of like a bitchy energy, but it's not like a bad bitchy. It's just like, I just got to cut through the fluff and I want to get straight to the point. And then you have the King of Cups, which is like the master of your emotions. This is also water signs. So that is Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. So that could be you. But we also got Scorpio, and that is I transform. We got Black Moon Lilith, which is mystery. We got Saturn, which is truth. We got 7th house partners. Got Sun, spirit. And you got 10th house, the world. Very cool cards. So if Scorpio is something that is relevant with you, it could be just the transformation of what you're doing because you are listening to your intuition and you have that like inner kind of guidance, that High Priestess energy. And I think that also goes with that mystery. You got Saturn, which a lot of truth might be coming out during Taurus season. Also, Saturn is the ruler of Capricorn, so that could be another sign as well. So there's also partners, the 7th house. So any of these zodiac signs that I've been putting out there, that can be either your partner or your future partner. Now, Sun and Spirit means that you need to also, with that High Priestess, need to be connecting with Spirit as well. And then the 10th house, the World. I really feel like this is kind of like the World card, so it's gonna feel really awesome. It's like that, almost like a completion of one cycle, and it's gonna be really cool. This is a really, really cool energy that's going on for you, and it keeps getting cooler. You got light, and that is see the light within yourself and everyone else. I feel like that is a lot like the sun in tarot, so it is that like radiating light inside and out. Then you have spring equinox, which is rebirth. And I don't feel like right now is the rebirth. I feel like for Taurus season, it is going to be the end of it. And I think your next cycle, which is Gemini, is going to be when that rebirth is really going to happen. But just so you know, with that spring equinox, it is coming. That rebirth is coming. Then you have clouds, which is shape-shifting. You have lake, which is stillness. You have mountain, that is strength. You have stone people, which is vigilance. And you have breath, which is, or forest, which is breath. So I feel like a lot of this too is the stillness and the breath is really starting to meditate. And I think that is that High Priestess. That energy needs to continue. You need to be really focusing in and making yourself still. With the vigilance card, I feel like that is really screaming with that Queen of Swords energy, which is making sure that you're vigilant of who is coming into your life, and are they having a good purpose of entering your life, or are they using you, that kind of thing. So you need to be vigilant of who is taking up your time. And then strength, you're going to have a lot of strength that's coming up. I do feel like a lot of this, even though you have stillness and breath, I feel a lot of this energy is really, 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 really quick. So it's going to, like, Taurus season is going to be like, pew, like it's going to be done for you. And, like, quick is what I mean. But the clouds and shape-shifting, like, usually I kind of feel like that's kind of like an ew feeling. But in this kind of read, I feel like it's just like, it's gonna be really cool. I think the shape-shifting is the kind of the vigilance as well, where you want to make sure that if the emotions kind of shape-shift, I should say, or people that are coming into your life, they might shape-shift as well. So just be vigilant on that. Okay, so then you have the White Terra, which is sensitivity. You are becoming increasingly sensitive. Avoid harsh relationships, environments, situations, and chemicals. Be vigilant on that. And then Sedna, which is infinite supply. You are supplied for today and all of your tomorrows. So that is a law of attraction kind of mindset, that you are not running out of anything. Like, again, you have such a really cool energy that's really fast. And I think this also really identifies with that Six of Pentacles, which is giving and receiving. So you're going to be constantly getting and receiving things. And then you have Anin, which is leap of faith, and it's take a risk, put your heart's true desire in action, and action is the antelope card. So you are going to be in action a lot. Okay, then you have the flower of life, and you are entering a fertile period in your time, in your life. You are guided to think of yourself as a creative being and to surrender your control over how things will manifest, and instead allow them to do so. Do not resist change. Instead, go with the flow and let it happen. Now is the time for your blossoming. And I totally believe that. And I think you're going to have so much action that you're not going to be hyper focused on something that you're really, really wanting and that you're trying to manifest. I just feel like there's a lot of energy that's just like, so just keep on doing it and just let the universe give that to you. So you have the veil of shadows. And what that means is that it's your soul that thrives through the depths of emotion and your aliveness of your body, in which this Kuan Yin can plant herself and unfold the lotus of life. Like a really cool excerpt in that in this deck is that lotus come from mud and darkness and all of this, and then they become a beautiful flower, and that's what's happening. So if you've had a lot of shit, which it kind of feels like you have, and that you're moving forward and moving away from, you're gonna be like, this whole rebirth thing is going to be gorgeous, and you're just kind of like tying up the loose ends. Okay, so then we have one love card if you're interested, and that is worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life, and I do believe that with that veil of shadows and things like that, it is. So make sure that you do like and hit subscribe, and I appreciate you guys for watching these videos. And again, I can't do any of this without your support, so I thank you so much. Make sure that you do tell your friends about Witch of Boise, and make sure you follow me on Instagram, like my Facebook page, and follow me on Twitter. Also, if you have any questions of where I picked these stones, because Taurus is actually emerald is like their gemstone, it was found in the Crystal Bible. So just so you guys know, but again, I just want to thank you so much for watching. I had such a fun time, and I hope to see you soon. Bye, guys. Bye. Bye-bye.